Class 11th student. Today I am going to start once again the chapter 4th. Topic is organization of data from your book Statistic for Economics. This is part 4th. In the previous videos we had covered following topic. First of all, what is classification of data, then we come to know about objective of data. After that we had completed characteristic of classification. Okay student, then we had learned methods of classification on the basis of time, chronological, on the basis of area, geographical, on the basis of magnitude, okay, on the basis of attribute. Okay, and today video we are going to discuss about statistical series. In that we are going to learn about all the three series: individual, discrete and continuous are class interval series. Okay student, in this way this chapter is about to over. Okay, so make a quick revision. What do you mean by organization of data? So before organizing the data, okay, we require classification of data. Okay, so that is why we are reading classification of data under the topic organization of data. Okay, so first of all, what do you mean by classification? Class means what? Group. Class means what, beta? Class means group. Okay, and in this way classification is related to grouping of data. When data are divided into classes on the basis of similarities and dissimilarity, this is considered as a classification. Okay, now this classification can be done on different basis. First we had learned on the basis of area, yeah, location. Okay, then we had learned about on the basis of chronological, या फिर time. Okay, on the basis of quantitative means quality basis, on the basis of quantitative on the number basis. Okay, already I had told you in detail, so you can learn it or you can make the revision with the help of the previous video. Okay student, today we are going to start the statistical series. So let us start it. Okay, in very simple way, already this topic is not new for you. Okay, this topic is not new for you from here series. Okay, in the previous video I had told you about the raw data. What do you mean by raw data? So data in its crude form. Raw data means what? Data in its crude form is known as a raw data. Okay student, and so in this way, what is the keyword for raw data? Crude form. Okay, so when data are in crude form, this is considered as a raw data. Means when data are as it is collected. Okay, like I'm taking a test, economics test, and I had done a sitting arrangement. Okay, you are sitting randomly, not serial wise, not any other sequence. Okay, I'm not following any sequence. Randomly I had make the sitting arrangement. Now after that I collected the copies, I allotted the number, and I noted all the number on a sheet. So this is the example of raw data. Raw data means whatever the data you collected in its the same way. Okay, in its crude form. So this is considered as a raw data. After that we had learned about series. What do you mean by series? Okay, what do you mean by series? So series means what? Series is related to presenting data in some order or sequence. So when we present data in any order or sequence, so when we arrange any data in order or in sequence, then it is considered as a series. Okay, I'm going to give you one example that is very easy student. Like suppose there is a test conducted. Okay, and only 5, suppose that day only 5 students are present. okay, and they had given test, okay, and that is the test in your subject economics, okay. Now suppose these 5 students had gained 10, 20, 15, 25 and 5. So these are the number that is obtained, yeah, allotted to these 5 student, okay. So if I'm going to explain you the topic individual series, continuous series and discrete series, so I'm going to explain all these 3 series in a very simple way with the help of this example, okay. Then we are going to learn it with your book, okay. So student, first of all, this is not a new topic. Already when you are going to learn in your book, in your mathematics book, mean, median, mode 2, you had learned about individual series, discrete series and continuous series, okay. So with this example I am going to explain all these series, okay. So what is, there are 5 students, okay, they had gained marks 10, 20, 15, 25 and 5, okay. If I'm going to list, I'm going to arrange all these data individually, like suppose here I had written serial number, okay, and here I had written marks. So how many students are there? 5. So there will be the serial number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Suppose roll number 1 has gained 5 marks. Roll number 2, 10 marks. Roll number 3, 15 marks. Roll number 4 has gained 20 marks and roll number 5 has gained 25 marks. So this is the example of individual series. Okay, here I am going to write number of each and every student individually. So this is the example of individual series where we are going to write whatever value are we are going to write value of each item individually, okay. When we are going to discuss individual series, so I am taking one more example. Suppose there are 10 students, okay, and they gain the marks, okay, like they gain the marks, and here is number of student. So 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50, okay. Number of the student who get the 10 marks is 2, 20 marks is 1, 30 marks 4 students are getting, and 40 marks 2 student, and last one is 1, okay. So here you can see all the number of students is equal to 10. So this is the example of discrete series, okay. Discrete series is what? When data are arranged in group, okay, but the value is exactly measurable. This is your discrete series, okay. And now the last one is it is continuous series, okay. Continuous series, so like 0 to 10, this is the marks, okay, and here is number of student, okay. 10 to 20, 22, 30 and 30 to 40, okay. So how many are able to get from between the 0 to 10? 4 student. 10 to 20, 3 student, 20 to 30 2 student, and 30 to 40 1 student. In this way total number is what? Total number is 10. Total number of student is 10. Okay, so this is what, this is the example of continuous series where we find class interval. So that series is known as a continuous series. Here we cannot exactly measure the value of the series. Like we know कि there are 4 students who are getting the marks between 0 to 4, but these 4 students exactly how much they are getting we are not able to tell. But in discrete series, if I had written key marks and number of student, if 10 and I had written here 2 student, it's mean कि there are 2 students who are getting exactly 10 number. But when we are talking about continuous series, so it is a grouping of data where we cannot measure the exact value. Okay, so it is not exactly measurable. So here you can see we know कि there are 4 students whose marks lie between 0 to 10, but how much they are gaining we cannot explain. Okay, we cannot tell. So this is the difference between discrete and continuous series, and this is the topic of our today video, that is we are going to learn in detail. Okay student, so let me start it. I think it is quite interesting for you because already you had learned in your 10th class, so it is a quick revision. Now let us start it. First of all, individual series. What do you mean by individual series? So in your book it is written individual series are those series in which the items are listed singly. Okay, like in your class there are 50 students. If I write whatever marks obtained by all these 50 students individually, मतलब मैं सबके मार्क्स नोट कर रही हूँ, लाइक योर मार्क स्लिप. सो दिस इज द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ व्हाट? दिस इज द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ इंडिविजुअल सीरीज. दिस इज द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ इंडिविजुअल सीरीज. ओके, सो whenever the value of items are listed individually or singly, that is considered as a individual series. For example, if the marks obtained by 30 students of class 11th are listed singly, the series would be called individual series. And best example is what? Your marks slip, that is prepared by your class teacher and every subject teacher. हर साल आपके यूनिट होते हैं, आपके हाफ ईयरली एग्जामिनेशन होते हैं, वॉट एवर एग्जामिनेशन आर कंडक्टेड in your school. So sometimes we take help of you also. So you can see now there is given the name of all the student by roll number wise. Okay, and the teacher, what teacher will do? The teacher will do ki they write whatever number you had, all the student had gained in the classroom. So this is the best example of your individual series, your mark slip, okay, of each subject. Okay, now here is given one more example. Marks obtained by 5 students in a class is 10, 20, 15, 25, 5. So this is the marks obtained. Now I had arranged, someone has arranged these number according to serial number. Roll number 1 has gained 5 marks, roll number 2 has gained 10 marks, roll number 3 15, roll number 4 20, and roll number 5 25. So this is the example of individual series. Okay, so the series may be presented in two ways. Okay, according to serial number and according to descending or ascending order. Okay student, so one way of presenting an individual series in that all the items are arranged in a serial order. So thus marks obtained by the student may be arranged in order of their roll number. So data on the monthly expense of the whole hostel student may be arranged in the order of their room number. Data given table number 4 of the marks obtained by the 30 students are represented in table 5 in order of the roll number. Okay, there are two ways to prepare individual series. First of all, roll number are serial wise, you will prepare a slip. Okay, second, you can arrange on the basis of descending or ascending order. Okay, so here is given there are 30 students who had given examination, and whatever they marks gain, that is arranged here by roll number. Okay, so this is the example of individual series. These are 8 students and their marks. Now 9 to 16 students and their marks. Then roll number 17 to 24 and their marks. After that 25 to 30 and their marks. So when data are listed on serial number on the basis of roll number, okay, so this is what this is the example of इंडिविजुअल सीरीज. यहाँ पे किसी भी वैल्यू की रिपीटेशन नहीं हो रही है. जितनी भी नंबर ऑफ़ स्टूडेंट हैं या जितनी भी नंबर ऑफ़ आइटम्स हैं उनकी जो भी वैल्यू है वो इंडिविजुअली या फिर इंडिविजुअली या सिंगली लिखी गई है. तो दिस इज़ द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ व्हाट, दिस इज़ द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ इंडिविजुअल सीरीज. ओके स्टूडेंट, now data arranged in ascending order, the same table here, it is arranged in descending order. Okay, 45, 40, 35. Here the data is not arranged by roll number. On the basis of what? On the basis of descending order. And in your example, in your book, it is also arranged in ascending order. So you can arrange any number in ascending, descending, or by roll number or serial wise. Then it become individual series. Okay student, now learning by doing, it is given in your book. Okay, you have to do these question in your copy. So following data related to the pocket expenses of the 10 student of class 11th, arrange them in ascending and descending order. Next is same way, there are 20 person are found to have following money in their pocket as a office expenses, arrange in ascending and descending. The third one, collect the data of weekly expenditure of food by your family, arrange the data in order. So it is not compulsory, you can do third one, and if you don't desire you don't do, but first one and second one you have to do in your copy. Okay, now come to the next, frequency series. So actually if we talk, the series is divided into two parts, with frequency and without frequency. Okay, so in without frequency what will come? Individual. Okay, in the without frequency what will come? Individual series. Okay, individual series will come. And in with frequency what will come? Discrete series and continuous series. Okay student, second is continuous series. Okay, so in this way the series is divided into two parts, with frequency and without frequency. Without frequency there is individual series, and with frequency there are two series. First is discrete series or frequency array, and the second is one is known as a frequency distribution or continuous series. Continuous series, so this is more a commonly used name, continuous series. Okay, so before we discuss these two type of series, let us understand meaning of the following term. तो इन दोनों series को समझने के लिए you have to understand some basic terms. So let me understand it. First is frequency. What do you mean by frequency? Okay, like suppose I had written here marks and number of student. Okay, here I had written 10 and here I had written 5, 2, 3. So ये क्या है कि there are 5 students who are getting 10 marks and there are 3 students who are getting 2 marks. So this is known as a frequency. This is known as a what? This is known as a frequency. Frequency tell us any number how much time it is repeated. So in this example we can see कि this 10 number has been repeated 5 times. Okay, yani there are 5 students who are getting 10 marks. Okay, so frequency is related to repetition of any number. Okay, so what is written in your book? Let me understand it. So frequency is the number of times an item occurs in the series. Okay, In another words, the number of the times an item repeats itself in the population. So I think it is very very easy. The number of the times an item repeats itself in the population, that is called frequency. For example, 10 has occurred 4 times. So this means 4 students secured 10 marks, are the frequency of 10 is 4, यानी कि there are 4 students who has gained 10 marks. तो 10, the repetition of 10 marks is 4 times. Okay, so frequency is related to what? Repeating, how many times a value is repeated. Okay, now class frequency. Next term that you require to understand, that is class frequency. Okay, so I had written a marks and number of student. Okay, here is 10, here is 5, here is 2, here is 3. So this one is known as a class frequency. Okay, so one more thing, 0 to 10, and this is 10 to 20. Okay, so this is what this is related to class frequency. When data are arranged in continuous series, so whatever जो पर्टिकुलर सीरीज होती है उसके सामने जो वैल्यू, जो नंबर ऑफ रिपीटेड वैल्यू दी होती है, उसे हम क्या बोलेंगे? क्लास फ्रीक्वेंसी. सो हियर इज व्हाट, देयर आर 5 स्टूडेंट हुज मार्क्स इज बिटवीन 0 to 10, and there are 3 student whose marks is between 10 to 20. Okay, so this 5 and this 3 is what? It is class frequency. 5 is class frequency of 0 to 10 class interval. Okay, and 3 is the class frequency of 10 to 20 class. Okay, let we understand what is written here. The number of the times an item repeat itself corresponding to range of a value or class interval is called class frequency. For example, if there are 10 students securing marks between 10 to 15, then 4 is the frequency corresponding to the class interval 10 to 15, and thus 4 will be the class frequency. So I think you are able to understand. Okay, what is class frequency? If I had written here 0 to 10, and before that I had written number of workers, okay, and this is wage, like 100. So how many workers are there who are getting wage between 0 to 100? So suppose I had written 10. So this 10 is class frequency of this class 0 to 100. तो 0 to 100 क्लास इंटरवल की क्लास फ्रीक्वेंसी क्या है? 10 है. ओके, अगर मैं एक और इसमें ऐड कर दूँ तो 0 to 100 there are 4, and 100 to 200 there are 5. So this is the class frequency of 0 to 100, and 5 is the class frequency of 100 to 200. Okay, so I think these two terms you are able to understand. Okay, this is the meaning, you have to learn it. Okay student, now next term is telebar. Telebar actually is used when we are converting any series in discrete series. Okay, so telebar is related to what? Telebar is related to discrete series. Okay student, so every time an item occurs, a telebar is marked against that item. Okay, if suppose any number is repeated one time, so we will write for 1. अगर कोई वैल्यू 2 बार रिपीट हुई, जैसे कि there are 2 student who gain 10 marks, so for 2 we will write 2 line. Okay, for the 3 we will draw 3 line, for the 4 we will draw 4 line, and for 5 we don't draw 5 line. What we will do, we draw 4 line and then cross it. Okay, so this is what, this is your telebar. Okay, and अगर किसी ने 10 गेन किया है तो how we will write? 1 2 3 4, then we will cross it. 1 2 3 4, then we will cross. So 5 is been 10. Okay, now so let what written here. So every time an item occurs, a telebar is marked against that item corresponding to the particular class interval. Each telebar signifies one occurrence of that item. 2 tally bars would means that the concerned item has occurred twice. 4 tallies यानी 4 लाइन के लिए कौन सा वर्ड यूज़ हो रहा है यहाँ पे? टैली. ओके, सो इफ़ देयर आर 4 टैलीज यानी 4 लाइन्स, ओके, so it is related to 4, and if there are 4 line it is crossed, so it is going to represent 5, so that is written here. Okay, now frequency distribution. So we are going to learn now that there are two series na, individual series. So individual series is what? When the value of each item is listed individually or singly. Okay, now frequency distribution. So when we are going to do grouping of data that is exactly measurable. Okay, what is written in your book? It is that series in which items cannot be exactly, okay, sorry, it is frequency distribution. Okay, I'm discussing discrete series now, so that is a wrong slide. Okay, what is discrete series? When value of all the units are arranged in group which are exactly measurable. In these series, all the value of variables are divided into certain groups. In these series, various value of the variable are repeated along with their corresponding frequency. Okay, so what you have to keep in your mind? When value of all units are arranged in group which are exactly measurable. So that is the definition of discrete series. And then after that you have to keep in the mind this. Okay, suppose here is given now, here you can see ki here is grouping of data and you can exactly measure, like how many students are getting 10 marks? 2. How many students who are getting 20 marks? 1. How many students who are getting 30 marks? So there are 4 students. How many students are there who are getting 40 marks? 2 students. And how many students are here who are going to get 50 marks? So there is only 1. In this way there are total 10 students. So here we can exactly tell ki how much value, yeah, what is the exactly the value of item. So that is its definition. When value of all units are arranged in group which are exactly measurable, then it is considered as a discrete series. Okay, now construction of discrete frequency distribution using tally bar. ऑलरेडी आपने tally bar पढ़ा ना. tally bar का मतलब क्या है? लाइन ड्रॉ करना, ठीक है. और अगर देयर इज़ ओनली 1 तो हम 1 लाइन ड्रॉ करेंगे. इफ़ वी वांट टू राइट 2 तो वी विल ड्रॉ 2 लाइन. वी वांट टू 3 देन वी हैव टू ड्रॉ 3 लाइन. इफ़ वी वांट टू राइट 4 then we have to draw 4 line. If we want to write 5 so we have to draw 4 line and then we have to cross it. We can cross it like it also. Okay, some books this is given in this way. Okay, what is written here? So the method of tally marks or tally bar is used to count the number of the observation or the frequency of each value of the variable. The various steps involved are, first of all, a table is prepared with 3 columns having 3 heading: variable, tally marks and frequency. So जब भी आप frequency distribution, discrete frequency distribution यानी discrete series construct कर रहे हो tally bar की हेल्प से, so there will be 3 columns: variable, tally marks and frequency. First column, each possible value of the variable. Okay, in the second column you will do tally marks. Okay, in the third, after here is given how to do the same thing, and in the third column we will write frequency. Okay student, what is tally marks? The method of tally marks is used to count the number of observation or the frequency of each value of the variable. Each possible value of the variable is written in a column. For every observation, a tally marks obtained by drawing 1 is noted against its corresponding value. 5 observation are denoted. Okay, you can denote it like that, या फिर you can denote like that. Okay, so this 5th tally marks cross the earlier 4 marks and so on. Okay, thank you student. So these are the theory part. I know it is not too much interesting, but okay, in the next video I'm going to explain how you can convert individual series into discrete series with the help of tally bar method. Okay, so for today, thank you.